The uniqueness of this gallery is that we're exploring things not as we see them, but as we feel them.
All the different things that are going on in the Longwood Gallery seem to be universally mystical. If that's the right word to use, it's universally mystical. My name is Andrew Rodriguez. I'm a sculptor, and I do sculpture in the round as well as bas-relief. The bas-relief concept is a concept, of course, that's been around for many, many years, but I took that concept and made it where I could portray Native American imagery.
My name is Steve Falos. I'm a kaleidoscope artist. The kaleidoscopes we remember from our childhood had a little tiny hole, so you would close one eye and look through there, so the world would go away because you're looking into this scene. On my largest kaleidoscopes, the opening is about 4 inches wide, so you can look with both eyes wide open.
My name is Barbara Woods, and I make art lamps. I like the fact that people find they're useful. If you can justify having this piece of artwork that actually lights up your entryway or lights up a bedroom, it makes me feel like, well, I'm contributing a little help in their lives.
My name is Monty Zufelt. I specialize in doing bronze sculptures of various varieties. Really trying to capture something that is not something you would see in actual real life, much more abstract and ethereal.
My name is Tom Thomas, and I do woodworking. Growing up in a family of woodworkers, I was constantly amazed by the variety of wood and the figures and the colors. And in my work, I try to bring that out, make each piece full of little gems of wood.
I'm Charles Frizzell, and I'm a painter. A lot of my imagery comes from dreams. I think Van Gogh said, I dream my paintings and then I paint my dreams. That is where it starts, and then once it gets going, the canvas takes on a life of its own.
My name is Rahila Rukhsari. I'm a painter. I left Iran in 2007 because I really wanted to experience living and painting in other countries. Sometimes you need some ways to talk, and for me it was colors and canvas. That is the best way to show my feelings.
My name is Vladimir Kush, and I work in a style of metaphorical realism, which is metaphorical by its definition, but realistic in its performance, in its rendering level. So that term I came up with about 10 years ago, and that's the most reflective of what it is. I was born in Russia, but lived most of my conscious life in the United States and traveled around. So that is my basic story. I don't live anywhere. I live in different places. I left because I didn't think that there's any perspective or a future for the artist in the Soviet Union at that time. That was Soviet Union. Although at that time the Union of Artists members, they were doing pretty well, so everything was set up for them. But I didn't want my wanderlust, so to say, my dreams, childhood dreams, led me somewhere far away. So it took me on the sails of imagination to the to the distant shores, so to say. I think where I come from, it was almost a total isolation at that time in the Soviet Union. We didn't have much access to anything, but that actually helped to develop and concentrate on certain things better. I know that with the full access to information, people get sometimes lost. So we had a better focus at that time, but growing up there was implying more discipline to life. I went to schools, to art schools, and that discipline helped to gain some level of skill, artistic skill, which helped later to develop that style. Starting with Impressionism, I went through many styles, including Post-Impressionism, Impressionism, and experiments with abstract art. separation of shape from color and such, until I came to that. So it was going for many years. You know, a lot of scientists, they say that it takes 10 years of perseverance into, you know, in doing one thing, and on average that would take 10 years to succeed in one thing that you are focusing on and trying to achieve. So that exactly took about roughly 10 years from the time of experiments to the time when I could come up with that name. I think I'm painting in a realistic style because I want the viewer to believe that this is real world, because we have to convince him that it's real. But the metaphor helps us to re-mythologize things like very abstract terms like love. I mean, we cannot define what love is, or time. It's very vague, it's evasive when we start trying to grasp on it. The only way to describe it is through metaphor. I'm trying to give them this feeling of uplifting feeling. That's, like I said, there's a major difference between what I do and surrealism. Because surrealism was more focusing on epatage, on distorting objects, showing maybe a negative side of our life. I'm working with totally different things, giving the light, the consolation, the feeling of consolation, the feeling of hope. And the light in my paintings is very important because it's always a light of hope, a light that will lighten up the future. So it's paintings that a lot of people can live with. It inspires them. So that's where the inspiration comes from. What I'm working on, I have a plan. I have a plan for a few years ahead, what I need to do. And that is, or just tentative plan. And of course I change things, but there's a pile, it's only piling up. Those ideas are piling up. And the most what I'm afraid of is that I don't have enough time. This is a major problem of not having enough time to realize those ideas, to put them to life, to let them start trampling the grass or gain the wings, metaphorically speaking.
I've known Lisa for about 4 years. When she was getting her own gallery, it was, oh yeah, I'd really like to work with Lisa.
There's been about 8 or 9 of us who have followed her here to the Longworth Gallery. We just have very much a brother-sister, sister-sister relationship, depending on the gender, that has helped us all kind of get into the same frequency.
Lisa she's been representing my work for about 8 years now, and she's got just the best way of describing the work.
Oh, I'm always amazed when I come into the Longworth Gallery to hear Lisa and her tireless enthusiasm.
To encapsulate all that these artists represent would truly require another dimensional language. In using a mixture of ancient mythology and Eastern philosophy, then stirring in some Art Deco and the great age of the Renaissance, we would conjure up a picture of magical realism synonymous with the world's living legend, Michael Parks.
Longworth Gallery has a very unique atmosphere. This is because of Lisa's personality, of course. Yes, we have a long history of relationship here with Lisa. Lisa was in a different gallery where I was exhibiting, and she was a major art consultant there who sold most of my work. And since I was coming to Santa Fe and did shows, I got acquainted with her, and then later she opened up the gallery on her own and became a gallery owner, director, and took on my work. I eagerly, of course, gave her my work to represent here because I consider this gallery as an extension of my own. I think she is a combination, very rare combination of the great human being and the gallery owner, director, dealer, whatever you call it, or art consultant. And from my experience, long experience with art industry, this combination is very unique and rare. And to combine great, human qualities and at the same time being able to be such a great salesperson of my art. But you have to believe in this art, and she has a lot of passion, and which definitely helps because it ensures that passion to the potential clients that she meets in the gallery.
One of the things I love about my art is when I can come to an opening and see the people looking through my work. Lisa puts on a very beautiful opening. She's got music and food and wine.
For me to come here to Santa Fe and mingle with the crowd coming here just enjoying the work is something I wish I could do at least on a weekly basis.
I think one of the things I love about Lisa is her sincerity and her genuine love of the art, but she also loves the artist. If you spend 2 minutes talking with her, you can tell.
These people are good, and so I feel really honored to be in this gallery with this group of artists.
It's quite expensive to do these almost monumental-sized pieces that I'm doing. I don't have a huge amount of inventory, so you have to go with someone that you really trust and you believe in their enthusiasm and their integrity and the true spirit of what they're trying to convey. As you see the artwork in Longworth Gallery, there's a deep spirituality in so much of the work here. We're very grateful to all be here in a place that is very much achieving a very mystical and magical ambience.